Good morning. Okay, today we're going to start with lesson 2. Please open to lesson 2 in your textbook. It is on page 155. Let's read. It says, Alex has 4 bags with 5 strawberries in each bag. Sophia has 5 bags with 4 strawberries in each bag. How many strawberries does each friend have? I'm going to read that one more time, and I'm going to just read the first sentence. Alex has 4 bags with 5 strawberries in each bag. I'm going to assume this is Alex's stuff because it said 4 bags, and I can see 4 bags here. I'm just going to label that Alex. Alex has 4 bags with 5 strawberries in each bag. There's 5 in this bag, 5 in this one, 5 in this one, and 5 in this one. How many strawberries does each friend have? I can count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. Alex has 20. Let's check Sophia. I'll label her bags. Sophia, these are hers. Sophia has 5 bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 strawberries in each bag. She has 4 in each bag. I can count by 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Sophia has 20 bags. If it's hard to count by 4s, we can also say 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 4 is 20. Here it says 4 groups of 5. 4 groups of 5 equals 5 groups of 4. Equals 5 groups of 4. Is that right? 4 groups of 5 gave us 20, and 5 groups of 4 also gave us 20. But instead of adding them like we did up here, they multiplied. 4 times 5 equals 5 times 4, which is way quicker. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 20. 4 times 5 also equals 20. Much faster. Alex has strawberries altogether. Alex has 20 strawberries altogether. Instead of saying 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 20, we can say 5 times 4 equals 20. Sophia has strawberries altogether. Sophia has 20 strawberries altogether. And that was easy. Let's go on to the next page. All right, here it says 5 plus 5 plus 5, 5, 10, 15. Instead of saying 5 plus 5 plus 5, we can say 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. 5, 10, 15. Instead of saying 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, we can say 5 times 3 is 15. Oops, let me remember to write 15 up here as well. 2 times 5 is 10. If we write 10 here, we would be incorrect. Why? Because notice, both sides of the equation must be equal. So if 2 times 5 is 10, this side also needs to be 10. 2 times what is 10? 2 times 5 is 10. Therefore, we would write the number 5 in here. Let's look at the letter B. Remember, this side of the equation is equal to this side of the equation. Which side can we solve for? I can't solve this one because there's a missing number, but I can do this one. 5 times 7. 5 times 7 is 35. So therefore, this side of the equation also has to be 35. 7 times what gives you 35? 7 times what gives you 35? 5. Let's look at letter C. Again, I'm going to underline both sides of the equation to show that they must be equal to each other. I'm going to solve this side, 5 times 9. What is 5 times 9? If you don't know off the top of your head, you can show 9 fingers. And each finger, I'm showing 9 fingers, and I'm going to give each finger a 5, and I'm going to count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So 9 times 5 equals 45. If this side of the equation is 45, this side also has to be 45. 5 times what gives you 45? 5 times what gives you 45? 9. And the last letter. This side of the equation is equal to this side. 5 times 6. 5 times 6 is 30. If you're unsure, remember you can use your fingers. 6 fingers. Each finger represents a 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There's our number 30. So if this side of the equation is 30, this side also has to be 30. What times 5 gives you 30? What times 5 gives you 30? 6. Let's look at number 3. May made 5 kebabs for dinner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kebabs. Each kebab has 3 shrimp on it. 1, 2, 3. She gives 5 shrimps to Dion. She gives 5 shrimps to Dion. Now let's answer these questions. That was the story. How many shrimps did she have at first? So in the beginning, how many does she have at first? Well, she has 5 kebabs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and each kebab has a group of 3, so 5 times 3 is 15, right? Or you can say 3 groups of 5, which would be easier to count. You could say 5, 10, 15, or you can count by 3s, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. She had 15 shrimp at first. How many shrimp does she have left? To figure out what's left, we start with how many does she have in the beginning, which we now know is 15. It said she gave 5 shrimps away. That's why there's the minus 5. 15 minus 5, 10. She has 10 shrimp left. Okay, let's look at number 4. Ooh, that looks like a fun one. I like it when we see the scale. Does the scale look even or equal? No. How many of the 5-gram weights should we put on the right side of the balance to balance the left side? So we are trying to make both sides equal, right? Because it said how many should we put on the right side to balance the left side. Balance means to make them equal. In order to figure that out, we need to find out what is on this side. For them to be equal, both sides have to be the same number, right? Let's solve this side. I see 8, 8, 8, 8, and 8. How many groups of 8 did you count? I counted 8 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 8 is 40. If you wanted to use your fingers, you can say 5 times 40. I'm sorry, 5 times 8. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. There's our 40. So now we know this side is 40. If we want to make this side 40, how many 5-gram weights should we put on? Let's check. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. How many groups of 5 did we circle? We circled 8 groups of 5. Because we know 8 times 5 or 5 times 8 equals 40. So how many of the 5 grams? Gram weight should we put on the right side? Let's use a complete sentence. We should put on 8 of the 5 gram weights on the right side of the scale. Number 5 says, what is the value of each? 1 times 5 and 5 times 1. They are both 5. 2 times 5 or 5 times 2? 10. 3 times 5 or 5 times 3? 15. Are you noticing a pattern? Numbers are increasing by 1, 2, 3 groups of 5, 4 groups of 5, 5 groups of 5, 6 groups of 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Every time this increases by one group, each group gets an additional 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. It says make flashcards and practice the multiplication facts of 5. So, if you want, you can practice them on your fingers. 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 5 is 30. 7 times 5 is 35. 8 times 5 is 40. 9 times 5 is 45. And 10 times 5 is 50. You can practice it that way. Or if you wanted to follow the book's advice, you can use Post-it notes, or you can use index cards, whatever you have available at home, or you can simply get construction paper and cut them out and then make your flashcards. So for example, I would say 3 times 5, and then I would write my answer on the back. 3 times 5 is 15. So when you're practicing, you can ask yourself, 3 times 5 is 15, and then you can check to see if you got the right answer on the back, okay? This is just for additional practice. If you feel like you have that down and you know it really, really well, you can skip this part. And that is the end of this lesson. Yep, the next one is lesson 3, so we'll stop right here. And now we're going to take out our workbook instead of the textbook and open to the same lesson. Okay, so we're going to continue working in lesson 2 inside of your workbook. This is what it looks like. So you're basically adding and writing the shortcut, which is the multiplication, and writing your answers in each boxes. And here is the pictures to help you count them out, okay? For number 2, you are doing something similar. You're multiplying 7 times 5, which is also the same as 5 times 7. And they drew an array for you, so you can count it by 5s if you wanted to, by saying 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Or you can practice counting it by 7s. 7 times 5 means there's 7 groups of 5 or 5 groups of 7. Number 3 has a bunch of multiplication facts that are all multiples of 5. So go ahead and work on that on your own. And when you're done, come to the next page. You can pause the video here if you'd like. Okay, if you're ready, I'll give you instructions for this page. This is nice and simple as well. What you're going to do is you're going to match the multiplication questions to their products. So for example, 3 times 5 is 15. I would find the answer 15, and then I would draw a line to connect those two together. Once I finish all the ones on this side, I'm going to do the same with the multiplication facts on this side. For example, 5 times 8 is 40. I would look for my number 40, and then I would connect them. Go ahead and finish that, and then at the end, you are done for today. Great work. See you tomorrow.